I don't know. I don't know. I ain't really had nothing to talk about, but I like Revelations. I think if I think about it long enough, it might spark some. All right. I like 12. That's probably one of the only ones I know because it 12 by 12 down, I'm telling you, that is a timeline. And if you measure it up with what people know, that one of them is lying. Because everything is kind of mystic, but if you have any sense, you understand. The woman dressed in clothes, she had 12 crowns, 12 tribes of Israel. The people God sowed the seed. He needs a return on that. So they gave birth to Jesus. Said the devil tried to kill him at birth. Tries to kill him at birth. He eventually accedes to this. But it don't even say that he ever died. It just say he was snatched away to heaven. You know what I'm saying? He made a pit stop at hell. You can go back to John and find that. You know what I'm saying? And pick the. This is where you get your ghosts from. And this wasn't don't know everybody that had died that followed Jesus through the connection. He took a pit stop, so therefore they did. He's the God. So if he got to stop for something, everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? So all of that happens, right? And then Jesus sends to heaven, and it's like all of this is in the book, but it's just fast tracking in the 12. He's like, sit right here while I put your enemies at your feet. Now, where's God's feet? Now, Jesus is sitting right next to him on the throne, so where is God's feet? On the earth. So, I'm telling you, it's a perfect timeline. Because Jesus is dead now, he's in heaven. War was already in heaven. But God said, I'm going to put an end to this. So therefore, the devil was thrown to the earth. Now you can go back to Isaiah and see the prophecy. That's not at the beginning of time. Jesus confirms this when he say all men spoke of the future, but me, because I am the present. He's pinpointing time for you. So you know exactly when it happened. And so if you know stuff like that, that means ever since Jesus died, a short while after that, Satan was cast out of heaven. This puts him like a little bit in between the Romans or after. That's not the beginning of time, dog. And it's these subtle things that we start. All right, that's not what it says in the book. Satan actually got charges. First of all, he tried to kill Jesus. Second of all, he's persecuting the saints. He like lays it out right in 12. And then it's like they lay his charges out, but they don't go pick him up. This is his charges. They don't go pick him up. They leave him on the earth. Boy, you ain't never seen more lies and confusion. This shit is getting real. But see, there's a whole lot of shit happening between here and there. But then it started going into some other shit. Like Mystery Babylon, shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? If America would have worked for God, that would have been a totally different. Nobody did. If you don't understand, everybody was being punished for this. It was just certain areas at certain points in time that was just going to dry the fuck out because of the curse. In future or in past, it don't make no difference. It's really not trying to pinpoint it. It's just like a lot of people been dying for this. You got to think about it. God don't like sin. That don't mean he left the unrighteous alone. They get too sinful, he kills them. People's dying all over the board. And if you think about Jesus, and you even think about all the way that shit's worded, it's like, I don't think you can, you know how you write something down on a piece of paper, right? You might write it in ink, permanent. You know what I'm saying? If I take white out and put it over there, and put it over everything I wrote, does that make it go away? But at the same time, do you see it? So it's crazy how they use these wordings. Is because God is a badass. He don't take nothing. It don't really even erase it. It's just make it where you can't see it. It's not like it's not there. Because Jesus was like, if I was to take my blood off of you, God would kill you instantly. And I believe so. If you, I'm gonna show you some love. He hates sin, right? He kills people for this. He went through great lengths to stop killing. Right? Jesus don't have nothing to do with the world. It don't have nothing to do with free will. Free will is what God played out. What Jesus is there for is to stop God from killing you. Well, I should say the Father is. That's it. It's like that's why we can have a more. These people had to kill lambs every time they noticed they seen. You know how many lambs that is, man? Maybe you can kill one and admit everything you did, but shit, boy, you gonna make it down the street. It been the sin, goddamn. Bring the lambs back. It was a premise. That's what it was. Because ain't nothing can really alright. God requires sacrifice. He just not with the games. Well, okay. You want to say that one and give me something in return. God don't play off. This is how much God loves you. He provided his own sacrifice to appease himself. And if you really want background on it, he let Abraham almost kill his son. And it's been some debate about this. Niggas got mad at me. But I'm saying though, I'm just saying what plain knowledge is. Plain knowledge is just like, look, if God told you, I want you to take your son up here on the mountain and kill him. All right. And now on the way up, your son happens to ask the very question. And you say God will provide. Now, we don't go no farther than that. What is that? Is that not a lie? But I'm going to show you how powerful God is. But just hold up. Because I was having arguments. Is that not a lie? He said God will provide. But God had already provided the sacrifice. He knew what the sacrifice was. I ain't trying to get at him. I'm just trying to say what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. He said God will provide. They keep walking up the West Coast. At some point, he lays the boy on the altar. He ready to go and get it on. God sends an angel to stay his hand. and a ram jumps out of the bush. Now, go back. He did lie, but what did God just do? He made him tell the truth. Just out of nowhere, because he knew what the sacrifice was. And he was going to carry it out. But what man can tell his son, I got to kill him? Why? Because God told him. For real. I don't think he could have told him that. But in saying what he said, God actually made him true. He made everything he said on the way up that mountain correct. And that's power. I enjoyed it. Other people was mad because I said, you know what I'm saying, the man lie. That to me, that's a lie. You knew very well what the sacrifice was. But in the ending of it, people don't even notice the fact that I find that it should make God more glorious. They hate because the man, I said the man lied. To me, he did. He did. But it's the ultimate overall goal. God's so raw, he made him tell the truth. And I'm not talking about a forceful way. He literally changed shit around to make him true. To make him honest. And that's some shit. Why? Because at the same time, he ain't seen no prophecies. He ain't seen none of that. He only knew what he had to do. And he told a lie so he wouldn't have to because I don't know how you tell your son that. I don't think nobody else. Check this out. I'm going to show you some real shit. Fast forward that, right? So, he done seen the man. He was going to kill his son. God stopped him and said, nah, ain't no need for that. God actually does this. I mean, if everything's correct in there, Jesus calls out. But God don't like sin. He calls out. He tries to talk to God even before they crucified him. God had his people falling asleep and stuff like that. He didn't even talk to him. Now imagine, you've been talking to God all your life. And the nigga just go dark. He already knows what to do. Because you can tell he knows what to do because he's trying to get out of it. And see, you gotta just think Jesus is somewhat God, but he's also human. It's also human, man. You gotta die with the sins of the world up, man. So he's like God, man. If there's any way I can get up out of this. Now that's his father, right? God don't even answer that, man. He was like, man, I knew it. He go back, he be like, man, why is y'all falling asleep? Come on, Jesus, you already know why they were falling asleep. Yeah, we ain't getting up out of this one. It's just Calvary. This is it. But I thought that was a nice story. What, you know what I'm saying? People, why do they call God a tyrant? He's not a tyrant. You gotta understand, he really was leaving the world alone. When he was concerned with his people, it was certain people that were gonna get hit up. And this is probably because of the blood of the giants and stuff. He was really trying to get at that. But these cats went around was taking their women and mating with them. So it was like, look, I told you to kill them all, and now since you didn't, to me, is that not a fair rule? If God said, well, whatever they was doing over there, he didn't like it. So he told his people, go over there and kill them all, and you don't take nothing. I don't even think they occupied the land. Don't take nothing, leave the city. They do the opposite and start taking everything, and even the women, and start mating with them, and you just messed the bloodline up even further. It's like, and yes, I do believe God is about bloodlines. Because if you think about Satan, you understand that. If Satan is trying to be God, and you can see that in the physical, and God is going through all these goddamn names, trying to let you know, he got a bloodline, and Satan do too, and it's a whole bunch of sheep just in the middle. God's faction is trying to grab them before Satan corrupt them all. And Satan is like, shit, this is my word. You can do what the fuck you want. And a lot of people just like, fuck it. Do whatever we want. All I'm saying is we need to check it out. We acting, I know the Father is. Jesus is a little bit better character. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but you know what I mean. I'm telling you, the Father don't play the red Tio. He don't play the radio. Yeah. And everybody's thinking that he's saving you from the world. No, you're abstaining from the world. He's not saving you from the world. If you understand this. What would be the most terrible thing? If people got involved in it, or if God got involved in it? Or the Father? Really, at the end of the days, it'll be Jesus, his son. Which one will you think will be worse? People, look, they ain't. I don't know. In this world, you gotta understand what's valuable and what's not. The way you taught, if it's right, very valuable, because that's one of the things that they're stealing. They not really stole all your money and put you in debt. It's a psychological debt, so you won't try to fight to get out. In all honesty, you believe you owe these people something. Why they look, okay. Check this out. Who owns all the land? So how they gonna tax you for life? Man, if you look, listen to them. How they gonna tax you for life? What is that? I'll wait. I ain't even gonna answer that, but because it's obvious. It's obvious that we're all in a rat maze. Everybody, the crazy part is, I don't know if these people, I don't know if they think about this shit or it's like in depth, like, or they just say this shit. They say it's the concrete jungle. Look, now, in a jungle, what's most likely to kill you? Well, I'm going to answer that one for you. An animal, right? Now, in a concrete jungle, what's most likely to kill you? An animal. They didn't assume human form. Got an animal that's just most likely who's going to get it. It's a concrete jungle. And a concrete jungle. What? All right. Tell me what jungle is made of concrete. So it's safe to say it don't exist. So who made it? And why they call it a concrete jungle? So you would think it's prisons. No, jungle got a lot of spaces, wide open. You can travel for miles. I'm gonna get off on it, man. Hold on. Look, I want to tag this. I thought I had got it somewhere. What was it? How much is life being free different from prison? And I ain't gonna try to say anything about it. It's just something I want to look at. And I can look at some similarities to it. For real. And if you look at a hierarchy, you can even see more. Fed might be some fuck shit. Because it's way the fuck worse in prison. Fed is the federal government. So they have to explain why you died. But let me show you something. Petty criminals, they go to prison. Good criminals, how you gonna reward motherfuckers for hold on, Mike. Rewind that shit back. How you gonna reward? They be like, well, shit, they do 85% of the time. Well, they probably will live. They ain't gonna turn into Susie. I'm just saying, if you look at what America is, money, and a bad criminal goes to a prison. A good criminal go fed. Way cleaner. I think they got TVs and shit, these rooms and shit. These niggas is out here living life, dog. It's being promoted all the way up. Now, when you look at that, look at the regular jails, right? Now, there's some brutes that probably shouldn't be on the street. They'll kill everything and move. That's true. But you're going to lock them up with a popsicle stick that don't know nothing? They do this shit to breed this shit. This ain't about no... Tell me when they are rehabilitated anything. I can tell you they're making. You just hear the craziest shit. Nigga get out and be like, I'll go do another 5. Oh, shit. That mean you like it there, dog. Hey, they fall in love with that shit. They understand that shit more than the world after so much time. And I'll go do another 10. What? Now I can understand nigga being in a bind, but just saying that seems fucked up. Yeah, I mean, just even some of the stories I know, even if a nigga lie, ain't everybody didn't lie. The niggas is coming, had wives. Come back, they turned out. And it's crazy that they lock all these men up and they let this sodomy happen. Why? Because they know that God does not like it. And brother, that shit probably changed your life, dog. I don't never, ever want to find out. For real. That's some other shit. That's like, and people equate it to like hard Man, as long as you hard, as long as you that, as long as you no, but you don't understand that it's a lot of everybody don't come from the hood. They don't. They're just regular people. Hey, that neighborhood was decent. They don't understand any of this. They went to jail for credit card fraud. And hey, look, they throw your ass with them niggas that got like 25, 30 years, You can bullshit all day. With 25, 30 years, they turning these niggas out. For real. Niggas be having, see, that's what I'm saying. I done heard too many stories. Niggas be having little stories that like, look, if you ever go to prison or some shit, it's like a cupcake on your bed. Just find whoever that shit is, get that nigga his cupcake back, boy. Nigga be trying to set you up on the sweet. And you wouldn't think shit like that go on, man, but I'm trying to tell you, everybody ain't lying, brother. I don't, what is wrong with these people coming back and telling these motherfuckers, no, we can go down there and do 5. What the fuck? See, now I understand keeping your credo. You should. But you can't. I'm just saying the simple fact of saying that. Like if you just came back and you want to go do another 5, I think you like it there, dog. I would. Nigga, but I'm telling you, if I caught 5 and I came home, bitch, nigga would see my ass for 2 years, bitch. I make sure I don't give a damn what I do. I'm free this year, goddamn. I know what's gonna happen next year, but this year I'm free, goddamn. God damn it, I ain't going nowhere. They be like, Mike, you wanna go to the club? Nah, I'm good. Just smoke a blunt with you, boy. For real. This world, right? And it's getting worse. Like, at some point in time, go ahead. Everybody want to be goons. Go ahead. Because you can already see the ending of that. It sides for the bullet rule, but they're going to kill a lot of themselves. And then the bullet rule is bullies don't tend to pick on bullies. It's the weirdest shit ever. And if you really want to see it, you see that shit in the teenage. Why y'all ain't fighting each other, nigga? They fighting smaller people, man. It's hierarchies, man. Like, this nigga is half your size. What the fuck? Bitch, you was on the football team. Leave this boy alone. For real. This shit go on throughout college and shit. And then you fuck around, you put a badge on them, or they go to the military, and that shit gets solidified. A nigga beat me on some shit, because I was thinking about skills. You need all the skills that you can get from the military. But if you fuck around and step in their ideology, your ass might be gone. You need the skills. That mean you want to kill everybody. These boys, why is they all mostly come back with PTSD and they fucked up? You look, I believe them, unless you like a demon or you got possessed or something. I believe it's only so much death that a man can see. He has to ask himself, was it worth it? And they be coming here and cracking like Humpty Dumpty. They don't know how to fit in society because it's like, okay, I did some egregious things. And look, you want to know why a lot of them, everybody would say, oh, shit, you get a little bit of money. But can you imagine helping these motherfuckers kill these motherfuckers? You wouldn't feel like you deserved all that. You finna go get a bottle and probably think about that shit all night. How if we just murdered these people? I don't know. I know I'm murdering motherfucker, but I want to do it on some righteous cause. I don't want to murder a motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's your first time, goddamn. I want to make sure that I know that shit was justified. Because that shit'll fuck you up, man. If you ain't no killer dog, I'm going to tell you some other shit. You know the motherfuckers that's, you know what I'm saying, getting motherfuckers killed? They sleep like a baby at night. To them, it's almost like, you know how we play video games and shit like that? It's like that. They didn't see it. And shit, when they look at it on TV, it's like looking at a movie. And these people, like, I mean, I don't know if niggas believe in Alex Jones or that could be something crazy, but some of the shit he saying made some sense. It's like these motherfuckers were sacrificing like their conscience. They was doing the rituals and shit so they didn't feel bad about shit. Who does that? These are people who run your world now. But you gotta understand, this was always about world conquest. Alright, let's look at some criteria. What does Satan need to do to piss God off or piss Jesus off his seat? It's all in the book. He's gonna do a bunch of shit. For real, and he's gonna kill a lot of us. And that's if we don't die, because I don't think God wants people to suffer. If you rock with God, I don't think he wants you to suffer. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you'll die in a suffering manner. It's a possibility, but the likely chances are not. If you get shot, it's probably gonna kill you instantly. For real. Not unless I got use for you, you'll live through it. But that's what it is. I don't think it's people going to die like messed up. At the very end, it gets real crazy. But what I'm saying is what I was saying before. When God says stuff, he's not just saying. He's like, I have to pull the plug right now or no flesh will survive. Now, what is that? That's everything meaty. Everything. Flesh is you too. You're nothing. Nothing that God made will be normal. Imagine that thought. And imagine, you ain't never really seen that. He cut the time himself. He's like, nah, I have to blow up the world. I can. So he cuts it. You ain't never seen that. But that's the reason he gave. Won't nothing exist that God made. At least that's living. Well, a tree is living, but when you know what I mean. Animals and humans, birds, they're already experimenting on them. They're already like creating these genetic shits. And if one get out and start mating, well, there your famine is. These people create, I don't know if they do that shit for money. I don't know if it's like some organized shit. But who the fuck creates seeds that don't reproduce? Who the fuck does that? Who was the scientist that thought that one up? Then you go down to Africa and they're like, yeah, these super seeds, you know what I'm saying? Bubble back. And then destroy these people's stuff. Why? Because we ain't got no seeds. It don't produce seeds. We can't get another harvest. So now you gotta go back to these motherfuckers with some shit I'm pretty sure it's killing you. What? I don't give a fuck about black or white. I'm saying, what type of evil was that? Trust me, you don't ever want to run into it. What type of fucking evil is that? And they was unsuspecting victims at the same time. Ain't that a bitch? They didn't know. They didn't know what was gonna happen. And I'm saying though, don't let these people fool you. Don't let shit just, cause they be telling you, but they just don't tell you no more. Fish. Now, we know that we have red tide. I'm talking about whales. Big ass sea animals been beaching themselves and killing themselves on the beach. Birds have been falling out of the sky everywhere. What I'm saying is, with all of those deaths, I don't see nobody making no more. So are we, see, it's just so crazy because you expect it to happen at one time. I guess that's what people logic is. It's all gonna happen at once. No, that's the reason you ain't seen. But I ain't seen maybe at the very beginning of my life. I seen a little bit of wildlife. That shit gone. The concrete jungle ain't nowhere for these people to survive. But you gotta be a gutter animal, motherfucker, to survive that shit. Shit is real. We're watching, and that's what gets. We're watching them die. We're watching Monsanto do this shit with the plants and create the famine. And if God is controlling the wind, we're watching them too. And I'm just saying, solo is not the way. But I'm saying, I ain't talking about any particular church. I'm just saying, it's some strange stuff going on over there. And see, I don't mind. Brother, we can go down straight doctrine. If you can beat me, then I kneel to see. Shit, I yield my time. What's up? But I ain't gonna make it easy. No. Because I done beat people, but I've been beaten. It make you have to recalculate shit. It's no bother because you understand the truth. But the words is, you don't need it. If he gave you 2 commandments, you don't need it. You don't need it. If you know what to do. And look, I'm going to show you. The problem is, you got to love God first. Because your shit going to be faulty. And He's going to show you how to do it right. It's a light. And I would think everybody needs to start with the control that we're failing anyway, and everybody's dropping to the system anyway. Why is everybody trying to control everybody? Y'all going the same way. Don't nobody want to honestly love people. It's not. Do you not know that's what probably 70% of the population is just? They don't know that. I'm talking about the population. I ain't said it was chasing good, but they chasing love. Everybody wants to be loved. I can't imagine a life without it. Shit, I know that God loves me, so that keep me dodging and bobbing and weaving and stuff. Because I should have been out of the game. I should have. My quick temper, how many times I almost died? Wow. To me, it's just like, that shit like ancient history. But I find myself in the same position sometimes. It's just not, I don't be in the spotlight sometimes. But it's like that shit go off where we ain't gonna know who dead till they start bleeding. I wouldn't give a fuck. I know I'll be on. I know who I am. I'm not like that. I'm just not. I'm a thinker. You need thinkers, and you need good ones. And when I say good ones, nigga on the morally right side. Because they got an army of thinkers over there, boy. Shit, we barely able to cook up a couple. In your city, in your town, in there's a lot. That's all around the world. You're not. You be like, wish you was here. You had the march. Got them on Skype. That's the same. Plus, the internet allows people to lie to such an extreme, or wolf to such an extreme. I mean, personally, it don't bother me, but people have weak minds. So you tell them this shit, next thing you know, they done killed them. But I'm gonna say this real quick for this shit goddamn blackout on my hand. The shit on the internet, I heard a nigga say that shit. And I think that might be, I ain't even on that shit, like Facebook, all that shit. But from what I can understand, now you always gonna have haters, that's just real, especially if you broadcasting around. But it's just like, who hates on everything? Who hates on everything? I think that's like some AI shit. I think that's why it rocked these people with weak minds to the core. Like, nigga, you finna kill yourself because what this nigga said? What the fuck? It just rocked him at his core. But I don't believe AIs are actually robots either. It's crazy. I don't believe they're robots. I believe they created a house for a demon. Same thing with computers. They created a house. But see, at the same time, we had to believe that the computer was lower than us. If you fast forward to this time now, it basically controls and decides everything you do. When you do. Shit. These politicians is using this shit. See, let me show you something. I mean, it's a long game. Think about this. You know what I'm saying? The devil lets these motherfuckers think that they created the first computer ever. And it's just like so glorious and we can do everything so much faster, but it's slow. It's just like, it does it faster than me, but it's still taking a long time. So they just keep upgrading it. And the whole time, it done had you by the balls. Because you done went from making it and improving it to listening to it. It's the craziest thing. I'm saying though, I wouldn't, if you're gonna have a conversation with it, ain't nothing wrong with that. But you're listening to it to a sense where you believe everything it says. This is a dangerous concept. Hey, whenever the computer stops listening to you and you start listening to the computer, and see, you wouldn't see some shit like that. But it's very capable because everyone holds like one in their hand. And the RFID chip is in them phones. They just moved it from out. You just say you be holding it in the phone. They just want to put it in your hand and your brain and shit. They want to put it in your head. Even they put it in your hand, it don't make no difference. Your brain run off electrical impulses. If you put anything in your body that can do that shit to you, it's a possibility of brain control. Because that's how your brain works. They mapping out your brain so they can make you have certain emotions. That's why I think it's over, dog, if you take the mark of the beast, dog. I don't think your brain, like your consciousness will be gone. You die like right then. Because your brain, your soul probably ain't even there no more. You ain't talking to that business evaporated like. So you won't be able to change your mind after that. And the shit is crazy as fuck because we know all this. We know that the brain is controlled by electrical impulses. Now, if I let you put something in my body to track me by a message screen, it can do a lot of shit. And it got a power source. And it can send electrical charges. I don't know. It just depends on how dumb you are. No. And everybody's eating it up. What you understand, these knowledges, I can't prove this, but I'm going to show you something. We can't figure out some of the shit they did 3,000 years ago. Brother, this shit is all happened before. Technology has happened before. All of this happened before. But what I'm trying to tell you is all that reset shit over. When Jesus died and said it is done, and Satan would cast the earth, time didn't have nowhere to really go but there, because it's the only place to go. But after that, it's going to loop again. And God ain't been knocking it down. They've been fighting for supremacy of who's going to be the biggest, baddest war. But they'll kill you before they kill them. Certain hoes and shit. I don't know. Shit, they told you the Game of Thrones. What thrones are y'all sitting on, man? But I'm going to tell you this. People are just slow. They convince you built their military. You built everything, and they did this shit by convincing you that you were fighting with someone else. We gotta go. They're killing our troops. Next thing you know, we over there. And then when we get over there, we dictating people's laws. We're changing them. It's a conglomerate. The conglomerate came from Britain and Rome, and it just keeps going down the list. I'm serious. All these people, they just had some idea they wanted to rule the world. Today, none of that shit goes away. If you really think about it, that's a long fucking time. Motherfuckers still want to rule the world. But you want to know what's different? It's just like, I hate to refer to the Matrix, but that shit's just a damn good movie. It's just like the dude said, he was like, we created so many versions of the Matrix, and it just kept failing. They there now. And it was like, look, if you present it with a choice, then they won't buck the program. Brother, these motherfuckers just told you about life and what it is in the Satan's rulership. For real. They gave them an illusion of a choice, and then they would love right to the sleep. Look at your governments all over the world. Look at the United States. They give you the illusion of truth, and you don't buck the system. Oh shit, I gotta end it on that note.